Hello, my name is Masternjs. In this video we're going to go over auto attack cancels. Typically I do like voiceover play-by-play commentary where I'm reviewing my own clip. In this one it's a little bit more of a tutorial, so you'll see me playing and commentating at the same time, trying to tell you what to do. I get a little bit sidetracked through some of these, and I ramble a little bit. I'm going to ramble a little bit here too. I say this later in the video, but I always plan to ramble on these things. You know, a lot of my favorite creators just talk about random things, and I find it quite funny. But you know, we kind of stick to the source at hand, what's happening on the screen, that kind of deal. The reason I came back though is because I realized something, and this will come back later. But Susanoo 1, they updated it to where you can cancel the dash, which really helps with your distancing. Oh wait, what am I doing here? Okay. So here would be example 1, right? Where I go, I'm way too far away. But now, look at that, I'm able to get that auto in right there. So that'll be relevant later. You'll see me hop back to the start of this video where I'm, playing Achilles. This is after, of course, I watched that one back. But yeah, so we'll go through this real quick. Feel free to skip ahead. I'm going to be talking a lot. You'll see me, doing a crazy combo with Achilles for a while, where I'm just running through these auto attack things. So if you don't want to hear me talk so much and you want to see an example, I would just skip to that portion. You'll just see me over here casting abilities for 30 seconds, and that's pretty good. But yeah, remember you can cancel that dash now. It's pretty cool. Hello, my name is Masternjs, and today we're going to go over some auto attack canceling. The basic concept behind auto attack canceling. We'll be able to pull up some nice numbers here, see what the DPS changes are between just throwing out all of your abilities kind of in that cycle versus adding in auto attack cancels in between every single ability. Auto attack cancels are canceling the end portion of your auto attack by casting an ability. So your auto attack animation basically has 3 stages. You're going to have the startup stage where you pull back the spear. Then you have the actual hit frame where the auto attack is going to be hitting something. And then you have a reset phase of that animation where you reset back to default. So after the auto attack happens, you reset back to your original stance, right? So those 3 parts of the auto attack animation, we're able to cancel out the third part of it, right? By casting an ability as soon as our auto attack hits. This way you can think of it, and you can also auto attack right after an ability. You're kind of making an auto attack sandwich here, right? Your auto attacks are going to be the bread, and your ability is the meat in the middle. So, we're out here. So I can just throw my auto attacks, and we see all 3 stages of that animation, right? Auto attack canceling is really going to be a lot about your feel for it as well, right? That timing. Each god is a little bit different. I've played a lot of Achilles in my time in Smite, so I have a very good feeling for how his auto attack cancels work, right? I have a good grasp of the timings, and it's, it kind of clicks for me, right? So I'm very proficient in auto attack cancels with Achilles. Another couple characters I feel pretty good on it are Nemesis and Hercules. Those are some of my favorite characters to play. I like the way their auto attack cancels feel. And I have a good sense for the timing and the way those abilities are going to pop out, so I'm able to anticipate the auto attack cancel a little bit more. So really it's kind of a game of experience and timing, and you'll be able to auto attack cancel well. So remember, we have startup, where the auto attack actually hits, and then the reset. Now we're going to cut out the reset by casting an ability right away. So when I hit my auto attack, I'm instantly going to 3, and I auto attacked right after, right? And then I could actually cast my ability. So one more time, we're just doing our regular auto attack, right? But when I see that one, there's my ability, right? I'm able to get a lot of extra DPS out by doing that auto attack cancel versus I would typically. So if I just went round 1, 2, right, we did 224 is our DPS score. Now if I do a nice auto attack cancel where I'm going to hit once, use my ability, instantly auto attack, I'll cast my ability out, and that actually gives me a window to do another auto attack right away. I'm going to increase my damage by quite a bit. So here we go. Alright, now our DPS jumped up to 470. So one more time. Now obviously I have 3 abilities. And I can use an auto attack cancel on all of them. For my ultimate, it really doesn't make that much of a difference because hopefully they're already in the execute threshold. But the thing is, the ultimate's kind of a channeled ability, so you don't get that instant auto attack right after, which actually really spikes the damage. But the rest of Achilles' kit lends itself really well to this idea where these abilities cast quickly or even kind of have an interrupt where I press my 3 and I'm out here, and then I can get the other auto attack cancel with the second part of that 3, right? So I have a lot of opportunity to increase my damage. Another thing that's notable about Achilles is his 2 actually removes like your auto attack penalty. So whenever you're stabbing with your spear, you move a little bit slower because you are auto attacking. So if you're chasing somebody and you're not in range of them, if I'm auto attacking behind them, I'm going to move a lot slower versus if I was just matching them, right? So when you're chasing somebody down, you have to be careful and pick a good time to use an auto attack where you know it's going to hit so you don't suffer from that penalty. And one where you know you're close enough that you don't just hit the auto attack and never catch them again, right? You want to be close to them, you can hit the auto attack, position yourself well, and you'll be able to sneak in a lot of extra damage. So here's kind of his full combo. I'm going to use my 3 first, but before I actually cast the damaging part of my 3, I'm going to use my 2 to buff it, and then we'll finish the combo with my 1. In a real situation, you'll play around with these abilities differently, and I'll have plenty of examples for you guys. I play a lot of Achilles, and I've been doing them in the solo lane a lot. These auto attack cancels really make you very dangerous, especially level 1 even. But anyways, so here we go. I'm going to go here. And now, oh, and actually I missed an auto attack right at the end right there, right? I could have got a little bit more. But one more time. There you go, and that gives us 480 DPS. One more time. I can kind of change it up too. I could use this 2 first. Sometimes, right, you'll get 2 casts on that 3. And there we go. I went crazy on it for a little bit there. But the entire time, I'm actually just holding down my right click, right? So I'm just doing this action. But then I'm mixing in my abilities at the correct time. So I'm not, like, if I go too early, the auto attack doesn't hit, right? Because I didn't allow that second portion of the animation to complete. The timing for me to cast my ability is the exact second I hit. So as soon as my spear hits, I cast, right? And that's what's really going to speed you up there. Sometimes I make the mistake, even actually right there I made it, where I let my finger come off the mouse and my auto attack isn't instant anymore. So I'm just losing a couple of frames out of there. It's not a big deal. Honestly, as long as I get the auto attack in there, even if it's not as quick as possible, it's definitely a win for me. So getting those auto attacks in is important. Reducing the frames is kind of where the bigger skill gap happens, right? So there's 2 big skill gaps when it comes to, you know, how to drop your DPS. The first one is being able to auto attack cancel in the first place, right? That's going to add a lot of damage. And the kind of the more refined part, once you can actually auto attack cancel, is getting it really refined so it's nice and tight. Now on that one, I actually missed 2 of them because I casted my other ability a little bit too quick. Let's see, I'll try and give another bad example here, right? Okay, my bad example was better than my good example. But hopefully that kind of illustrates the point. We'll just do one more here, maybe a little bit different. And sometimes, so you don't have to do it on the first auto attack. Like, I can auto attack for a little bit, especially in solo lane. You might have time to fit in a lot of extra auto attacks and then dropping your ability. There also is another part, just because I have the skill set to do auto attack cancels doesn't mean I always should be doing them. In some cases where you're like a glass cannon, you're 1 HP, I'm not going to be able to stand here and get these auto attacks off forever. So in that case where I'm like, you know, full build and I just need to dump my abilities as quickly as possible, typically you probably start with an auto attack, but it depends on the range, right? But sometimes you just need to get the abilities off, right? You do something more like that just because you have to dump that entire kit or else you're going to die before you even, you know, get the maximum damage potential. I think that's about it pretty much. So just remember, you know, the key factors here are there's 3 stages of the auto attack animation. You have the startup part of it, you have the actual auto attack hitting, and you have the reset. if you're doing your auto attack cancels perfectly, you never have to sit through the auto attack reset animation. And that's just going to skyrocket your damage. It's going to make your games a lot more fun. If you're in the jungle, you're going to clear buffs so much quicker, just kind of utilizing those auto attack cancels all the time. If you're in solo lane, you're going to clear the wave faster. You're going to have a lot more kill potential using it versus not. Of course, that is a little bit build dependent, right? If I'm a jungler and I'm jumping in on somebody and I have, you know, all damage items, I'm not hybrid even a little bit, I have to be careful with how long I'm planning on staying in melee range on that engagement, because most of the time, if that's the enemy god, I'm kind of chilling out here, unless I'm ganking him, of course, right, where I'm sneaking up on him, which is definitely better. We have this range, and if I'm squishy and I start to walk in, if they're ranged, I'm taking damage here already, right? Or if they're melee, they might meet me in the middle, whatever. As soon as I'm in that range, I don't know how long I can stay in here fitting in extra auto attacks. Right, because I definitely did a lot more damage overall fitting in some extra auto attacks, but the time that I spent doing that might not be quite equivalent, so that's something to think about. But we'll hop on 2 more characters. I'll do some Nemesis, and I'll do Susano as well, because he just has the most auto attack cancels, and I'll just show you some quick examples on those ones. Alright, here we go. What is a little bit disappointing about this is it says Spod Godbot, right? When I do it, I just get totems. Like, what happened to Ymir? I kind of enjoyed seeing him a little bit more, but that's fine. I do like this menu, though. Instead of, like, in Smite 1, you guys remember when you had to pull up into every single thing? Like, reach level 20, reduce cooldowns. The buffs are kind of cool here, actually. I like that. But over here, look at this. I can just reduce cooldowns, infinite mana, 20. Even if like, so much quicker, I can just do it all right here. I guess the major downside, though, is you can't have your friends pull up in the jungle practice with you, where you could in Smite 1. But yeah, the Odin bots, too, that was actually pretty cool. They had that field of all the Odin bots running around and stuff. All right, so Nemesis, auto attack cancels, here we go. The 3 is really nice, actually. The shield is a very good ability. I think there's a major skills gap in the overall potency of Nemesis based on how well you can auto attack cancel. I feel like she greatly benefits with it from it, especially with her passive. You can take a second to read that here. The 1 is pretty nice too. It kind of is like Achilles 3, where it casts and then you can refire. Abilities that have like that refire potential are just gonna like be crazy for auto attack cancels, right? Because you kind of get 2 in 1. And not every character's abilities can benefit from auto attack cancels. What cool thing in Smite that they did is they added that in for like Poseidon, whereas 2 can be an auto attack cancel now, which is pretty awesome. But some characters are just locked where they don't have that. I got my archers pulled up with me too. Look at that. All right. So the 3, but got a little bit sidetracked there. It can be used defensively very well. I also just like to use it like that. Where I'm gonna, you know, if you build crit, you build hydras, you just get that crazy double auto attack, right? And then if they're trading with you, then you can activate the shield in the middle of that, where they might not be expecting to CC and counter you with it. But you know, you get it, All right, so here we go. Now there too, the way I did the 1 is I kind of stayed in there and did an extra auto attack because my range wasn't exactly right. Looks like you can't cancel Nemesis 1 in Smite 2, which would actually be cool. You can kind of like stop it there. But you have to be at the correct distance, because once I dash out, I can't get that instant auto attack, so you have to do a little bit of running. And this is a case too where if I was Achilles, I would walk up and auto attack you first. If I'm Nemesis, though, my playstyle is going to be different because I'm probably glass can. I need to be in and out. I need to assassinate somebody, right? I'm not staying there to fight, you know, all the guards that are coming to try and stop me escaping. Solo laner is going to sit there, right? He's like the tank, bro. He's ready to fight them all. But as the assassin, you need to kill somebody quickly and get out. So I would probably go something like, right, box him a little bit and then try and use that kind of to get away too after you've done your kit. Yeah, also you will notice I am playing on instant cast. That's an important thing as well, I forgot to mention. When I press my button, my abilities just go instantly, right? There's no targeter. I don't even understand the point of quick casting, personally. I think you either play a normal cast, which is fine, but if you're playing a normal cast, you're not going to really see the benefits of auto attack canceling so well. And what I did actually is to get myself over to being proficient in instant casting is when I was starting, like an ability like Nemesis 3 is already kind of on instacast, right? Well, actually, let's see. If I change that back, does it change the way it goes? I should just be able to 3 and it'll go, right? Okay, yeah, so 3 is fine. So even if you're like playing on normal cast, the 3 is a good opportunity for you to get in some practice on the auto attack cases. Or do something like that, right? You can get that double auto out. Let's try out Susano here. He definitely has like the craziest auto attack cancels, I think. They feel very, very good. They are a little bit more difficult to do, even like if you understand how to auto attack cancel. I still always had some trouble getting it to work. Because it's not a warrior, right? So you have to do them. You have to do them pretty quickly. You have to choose a smart time to do it, because sometimes you need to dump the kip and run away, right? Let's do our little thing here. Okay, cool. So I was gonna do it over here, but I don't know. It's just so much more pretty to. Yeah, I guess I could put him in. Here, let's go here. Let's go here. Look at this new scenery. Oh, perfect. All right. Alright, you know what? Let's do this too. Okay, this is cool. Alright. So what's going on with Susanoo? Ult's not too important. I guess you can kind of do it like that, right? The 3 is pretty good. Actually, and usually when I play in the jungle, traditionally I would actually start with the 3. Because I felt like the auto attack cancel was pretty good. And it was, the significantly better
Your middle tower
clearing ability. This is kind of annoying though. These minions are pulling up. Kind of like toggle aspect. That's nice. All right. I guess we'll just do it here. So 3 auto attack cancel. And I kind of fit 2 in right there because I wasn't going to benefit from the instant auto attack cancel, because I don't know. I felt like there was a second for me to drop another auto in there. The 2. That even pulls this. That's.
Towers under attack.
Wait. Look at that. I don't know why I thought that was so cool. I don't know what I was planning to do with these minions, but I guess I can bring these minions anywhere I want them to go. So that's cool, I guess. Can I get them to fight the jungle camp?
Your middle tower is under attack.
Oh, of course, minions don't fight jungle camps. Alright, but the actual notable part of Susanoo's, you can do this one too, of Susanoo's auto attack cancels is the 1 ability, okay? The 3 is pretty good, where you can kind of, you can even do something like this, where you come back in, I don't know, it's pretty nice, I like it. The 1 though has like 3 stages, the refires as refires, right? And that could even be a little bit quicker. So I should just be holding it. Just hold down the auto attack button here, and then as I cast the ability, there we go. I just have to recast it out of, at a smart time. As soon as my auto attack actually hits my target, makes contact, I get the damage number. There we go, look at that. I remember too, the first example I ever saw of this, of auto attack canceling in general actually, was a game of Duel where Rexy was playing as Susanoo. This is like way back, like season 3.
Your middle tower is under attack.
And he was playing on this skin in Susanoo, and it was just ridiculous. And he plays on normal cast as well, actually. So is still able to do it quite well. Okay, make sure my stuff's there. And yeah, here are my settings. I don't know if you should necessarily copy my settings. This is a notable one. Restricting the camera pitch. I like turning that one off. So then you're able to do this. You can look under. So when Thanatos is up in the air, Thor's up in the air, I don't know. It always bothered me how it was locked, right? I want to be able to go all the way with my mouse. I feel like that helps pinging too. You pull up the VGS. and you can click to ping like that. See?
Your middle tower is
And I can send out the pings based on how far my cursor goes, so not restricting my camera. Oh, hold on.
Attack right lane.
Oh, it's because it's because my VGS chat flood was stuck. But you can also just ping like this, right? You do end up auto attacking for it, which is kind of unfortunate if you click to like ping it, but you know, that's useful instead of having to press Alt and like do this and pull your mouse away, and my eyes are on the mini map now, right? So I'm not really focusing on what's on my screen. When I pull out my cursor, I'm looking at my cursor, right? So right now I'm staring at that mini map. I don't really know what's going on my screen for the rest of it as well, right? So instead I could be actually focusing on my character, and then, oh, wait. I can ping like this, right? And I feel like that's a lot better. That's kind of cool too, they made those pings cooler. You can still, even though I can't VGS, I can still ping like this.
Retreat.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Calculations.
Interesting. Okay. Anyways, I think that's about it. Oh, let's check a couple more settings. Sorry for the rambles. Usually I do like, what do you call it? Voiceover commentary, play-by-play, where I'm reviewing my own clip, and I can just sit back here with the luxury of time. I don't have to actually talk and do anything. So that's always a little bit nicer. I always plan to like ramble on these videos, but I always just end up keeping it business, so we got Ragdoll on. Kind of looking at these two. Sometimes I feel like there's way too much going on the screen because of having everything at maximum, that I don't actually know what's going on. And I remember on Smite 1, my performance wasn't the greatest on the computer, so turning it down to low helped a little bit. But I could play Smite 1 on high, obviously, or max, whatever. But I actually preferred playing it on low because I was able to like just see so much more. Thing is though, Smite 2 actually looks pretty nice compared to Smite 1, I think. The graphic style is different, obviously. Smite 1 didn't look bad at all. But, Smite 2 just, looks a little bit better. It's pretty cool, right? I mean, even though it's not all that detailed or anything, it just... the sense of scale is much greater, What's going on there? Like, it's But yeah, I appreciate you watching. I'll have a lot of Achilles gameplay of me in the solo lane, ripping those auto attack cancels, and you'll be able to see how good they are. In the jungle, you see me, Intuit's just good at building the habit of always doing them. When I'm clearing jungle camps and I'm playing jungle, you'll see me auto attack canceling all the time. So, it speeds everything up. But I appreciate you watching. Peace.